Welcome back. We live in a world of illusions and deceptions. I mean, they're all around us. You probably think this is actually Will Smith eating spaghetti, but I've got news for you. It's artificial intelligence. This digital monster can summon an exact replica of Will Smith whenever it wants. But before there was AI, there was the masters of illusion, Hollywood. Now that everything's been exposed, we know what their sick game was. Their mind control. I mean, just look at their faces. We knew that it was in plain sight all along. We know now. They just wanted us to think that Jason's mask was less yellow than it really is in real life. And we've got the proof right here, because my whole life, they were showing us these color-timed, color-corrected, poorly lit versions of Jason's mask that aren't real. And now that reality has been shattered. But I see this man in a new light. Mario Kirner, he was a freedom fighter who brought us the truth about these masks. And this collection of pics, this is the WikiLeaks of Jason masks. Will never get better. And who am I to question if the pics were taken correctly? Of course they were. It's these old films made in the 80s, and even the later ones, that don't show what's really happening in real life, and no film does. It's just how movies are made. Color timing changes everything. And we'll go over that a little bit. It's still hard to believe how much it changes, but of course it does. Every scene is different. Every light is different. And let's say, you're watching a movie and a new scene pops up and it just looks too green for some reason. Well, you've got to go in there and color time it a little. And that's why they call it color timing. It has little to do with the time. It's like when the color change happens. Sometimes you notice these things. Sometimes if you're really good at it, you never notice that it's happened. And I'm glad they do it because it does make the films look better. But when you're making replicas, you want to know what it really looks like in real life. That being said, most people are still going to want their masks to look the way they do in the films. But here's another conundrum. You start looking at a Mario Kirner pic and you can lose your mind trying to replicate those details. And to be honest, you never will. The chances of it are zero. But you can get close. You just need to make it detailed. It doesn't have to be the details. The main ones, yeah, but when we're talking microscopic stuff, kind of gonna just improv that. These pics are great though. Look at this stuff. This is actually a picture that I created from the two up-close pics of the Part 8. I combined them in Photoshop, so this is a much larger, more zoomed in version of the 8 than you'll ever see. See what I mean about these details? Good luck replicating all that. You'll lose your mind. You'll go Tommy Jarvis. Just get as close as you can and make it fun. So as far as color timing, a good example here is from Jason Rising. You may have remembered me saying the scene was rather green. If you check out the blood, you can see how orange it is. But with a little color correction, you get it to look a little bit more realistic. And here's a desaturation of those original colors. Take a look at the original Manhattan here. This is what I was saying looked good in the alleyway. You turn the saturation up a little, the mask starts to look more like it does, but everything else looks terrible. Here's the original. Look at the fog in the back as it changes. Yeah, you want your films to look nice and balanced, so it makes sense. That fog in the background looks great, the mask looks great. And if you turn up the saturation, you start to really see where it goes wrong. Look at that, it's ugly. But the mask is correct here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble about this very important topic. I will be back with more mask videos. Happy Friday the 13th. Welcome new subs. Peace.